AM 560. The Answer.
So we had a limp-wristed, self-loathing American call the show. I just don't let Democrats on because, as you can tell, their opinion means nothing to me. Either they're just morons or they're in on the scam. In either case, I think their opinion is useless, as they are. But it's fascinating. He had said about Gregory Wrightstone. Did he say we haven't been hit by hurricanes because Trump's president? Well, what he said was that since Trump named the Gulf of America properly and rejected the Gulf of Mexico, hurricanes haven't come because they're afraid. That's what he said, stupid. But the other side of the coin is he had said to Honey Bunny, well, I hope one comes and destroys everything. And that's the broader point of what you're dealing with. These aren't people that you can reason with. They're unreasonable. They don't recognize the fact for 100 years what you did to our city, let alone the rest of the country. You scum not only have been wrong, you profit. You steal the money. 85% of the debt since that imbecile married to that Bigfoot dog, Michelle Obama. Dog, butt ugly, ass ugly. And the whole country, she's beautiful. That's how you know they're brainwashed morons that'll believe anything they're told.
A part of that plan, of course, is to induce the gradual surrender of American sovereignty, piece by piece and step by step, to various international organizations, of which the United Nations is the outstanding but far from the only example.
And no matter how much we catch the United Nations stealing our money, this is what they use that eco-Nazism for, to subjugate us to foreign thieves, as if we don't have enough in the Barack Obama administration, and blah, 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 which is the same administration. And you knew it because we had the evidence for years. And the FBI, all Democrats for the most part, covered it up. They had the evidence. And they needed to put a bow on the election theft. So they created and concocted the greatest example of entrapment this country's ever seen on its shores. And here's some more good news. We're going to get to the bottom of it, and the scum are going to pay.
Christopher Wray has been hit with a $25 million January 6th lawsuit that accuses the former FBI director of orchestrating a deliberate infiltration of a peaceful protest. January 6th defendant Jake Long made the announcement saying that Wray's actions led to wrongful prosecutions and prolonged suffering for those arrested and jailed in.
And all of those Americans that went there to have the ridiculous story of a Joe Biden victory audited. All of them not only are vindicated as these little Democrat fiefdoms are being revealed for the scum cheats they are, and Chicago was in 1960. Not one Democrat politician said, what about due process for the actual citizen? As they sat in isolation for 24 months, 27 months, not one Democrat representative said a fracking word other than what he was told. Because there's a lot of money in government corruption. Just ask that fat slob, Hillary Clinton, or that other fat slob with the same physique, J.B. Pritzker. A lot of money in government corruption. But the good news is, the truth always vindicates the righteous.
Connection with January 6th. Lang spent more than 467 days behind bars without a trial, much of it in solitary confinement. He says the charges against him were fabricated. Recently released data confirms the FBI sent out at least 274 plainclothes agents into the crowds at the Capitol on January 6th.
And that doesn't even account their assets. They're flipped scum drug dealers and pedophiles that were in the crowd. The Antifa scum, financed by all the foundations, not just Soros, all the way back to the Duchess of Chafington with that inner thigh rash that is just killing Bill Clinton.
A fact that contradicts Wray's repeated sworn testimony to Congress, where he denied that the FBI was there. President Donald Trump and current FBI Director Kash Patel said the new information proves that Wray perjured himself and fueled a quote-unquote Fedsurrection.
This is the stupid son of a gun that took the FBI private jet to go join his wife in the Adirondacks and lied during a congressional testimony to say he had an appointment. And he hid in the Republican Party. So keep your eye out on the scum that say they're Republicans. The scum like Christopher Wray are the scum pimps that used to own video poker games and pot dispensaries. It's all the same to me. Scumbags! This is a scumbag-free zone, but we will drag you out in the daylight and expose you for the rats you are. And we'll be back in 21 hours to do the same thing.